Okay, here's a look at my collection of the original Revenge of the Fallen figures, and these are mostly the Voyager size scale and a mix of the Takata version, which were a little bit better, and some Hunt for the Decepticon figures. And I want to just share some of my thoughts about this collection. First, let me just say that the larger size, such as the leader size of the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, I already gave away along with some other figures, such as the leader size of the Revenge of the Fallen Starscream with all those lights and sound effects. Same thing with the leader size Megatron, and the deluxe version of Sideways and the deluxe version of Ravage. So basically I gave away those figures, actually a lot of figures, including the Constructicons and Devastators that you don't see in this set. So just to kind of give clarity on what I'm actually doing with all these collection videos, I actually want to have reference of my collection, which I save on the Pages app on the Apple on my iPad. And so here I'll just show you, here's just some of my collection that I'm organizing. And I just wanted to kind of go over what I'm doing. So here you can see the collection of the Studio Series Autobots and Decepticons. And the ones in gray I already have. The ones in yellow, they're either missing or haven't come out yet. So as you can see, with the Revenge of the Fallen, we're waiting for the Fallen and Sideways. And there is no word on Stalker Scorponok or the Insecticons, so that's why it's a lighter gray, but you can see how I organized it. So I want to use this right here, the Stalker Scorponok, and the Hunt for the Decepticons Insecticon. I think I might actually want to use the Hunt for the Decepticon Legends Ravage also, because I actually don't like the studio versions of Ravage. But anyways, just showing you, how I organize my collection and what I'm doing. And so I'll show you, here's the original Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah, this is my collection, and those underline, I set up a link, and it opens up to one of my videos. So that's showing my collection of the Revenge of the Fallen Autobots. So that's just showing a little bit of how I'm organizing my whole collection and why I'm making videos of my collection. Yeah, I won't go over all of these details, but as long as I just make it clear what I'm doing, how to get reference to my collection from my iPad on the Pages, I think that's good enough. But now back to the video. So here's my collection of the Revenge of the Fallen, Decepticons, the Voyager scale. So let's start with the Fallen himself. Now we know the Studio Series version's coming out. There has not been any pictures released yet, so this is officially what we have. And I do have the I think it's the Hunt for Decepticons one, the one where you can take his head off, but I never opened it because the colors were a little off. It was blue. And then I never liked the Hasbro version of the Dark of the Moon Voyager Megatron. So this is the Takata Movie Best version, and you can see, look at that nice silver finish. That's why I got it. And here's the Starscream, which I remember how this was cool when it came out, because you're comparing this with the original Revenge of the Fallen Starscream, which was that brown color that was really thick with 3 missiles on his hands. But if you got the Target exclusive silver metallic finish, that one looked a lot nicer. And then here's was it Grindor. Actually, you know, when I saw this, I actually liked this better than Blackout, because the gray color just seemed to resonate with me a lot more. So you can just see how nice this is. And I'm so happy this came with the Stalker Scorponok, because the studio version did not give you that. They gave you a Ravage. And then some other characters from the movie, the Insecticon, the Soundwave, which the blue is not cartoon accurate, but this one definitely looks better than the Studio Series. The Studio Series mold looks better, however. And this is a really nice Hunt for the Decepticon Ravage. When this came out, I was actually tempted to get 2 of them, because look at how cool that is. And then the I'm always about scale also. So the deluxe version of Sideways is just too big to go with this set. So I'm filling in with the Legends. And now to have this set complete, I would need to have the Constructicons and Devastator, which I actually gave away a lot of those figures. So this is now incomplete. So now to continue, here are the Studio Series versions. And now I can start doing some comparison. Well, first of all, we don't have the Fallen, but we know that's coming out. We don't have Sideways, but we know that's coming out. And then what is missing is the Insecticon and Stalker Scorponok. But just going over this, you can see how nice these are. So let's start here with the Megatron. And you can see this is really, really nice. It's not really a very aesthetic character design. It looks pretty ugly, but I'm talking about in terms of the toy. So I know the background's going to get distracting, but you compare it. I can't do the comparison with the leader, original leader, because I gave that away. But let's do it this way to see if it shows a little bit better. Yeah, so you can see the comparison here. Look at that. I mean, this one is just better articulated. and so many things about this is better. However, you got to be fair and point out, you know, this is an older toy design and this is a newer toy design. But I want to just quickly move on here. I don't want to get caught up in all my verbiage. But let's just quickly go over. Here's the Studio Series version of Revenge of the Fallen Starscream. So this is another really nice figure. And this one, Grinder, this is really a nice figure, especially with how they improved those hands. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't make him a little bit more gray like the original, but you know, it's still good. This is really a nice figure, and I know that the official masterpiece is going to be just as good. And then this Soundwave, that's what I was telling you. Yeah, I guess it looks okay. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about this, but you can see this sculpt, all the detail. It's really nice. Now this Ravage that came with Grindor, even though it's a nice scale, I don't like it. Like, I think that silver head and maybe cartoon, the movie accurate, but if you compare it to the Hunt for the Decepticons version, I mean, look at, I think that one looks a lot better. So that's why I want to put this back in storage, and I would actually like to keep this here. And oh yeah, I didn't mention this, what's the name? Scalpel? This is the Dr. Wu version. There was a original deluxe size version which was bigger, but I also gave that away, and it actually doesn't fit in with this set because it's actually too big. And this is one of the issues with these older figures. They don't stand very well. There you go. But yeah. So just to look again at the original. And so this is how I'm trying to complete the Studio series, which is the really nicer set. And since there is no Insecticon, I think the Insecticon from Hunt for the Decepticons should go here with this set. And last, I think I want to take the Stalker Scorponok. And I think this is actually definitely much more scale accurate to be really small like that. So this is kind of what I have for the Studio series version. Sorry, the light's kind of getting in the way here. And we're just missing the Fallen, which I guess this would be a temporary fill-in for now. And I think that actually looks okay for now. And then we are missing the Sideways, which we already saw pictures of that, and I'll tell you my honest opinion, even though the scale might work, I don't like the way it looks. And now that I put this here, I actually like the original Legends version. I think scale wise it does fit in much more accurate. So, oh, and last, I didn't bring out, but I do have all of the Studio series Constructicons and Devastator with the DNA upgrade. I didn't pull that out, but yeah, that's my collection. But it was all making the video just to show my original collection of the Revenge of the Fallen, because back to how I'm organizing my collection. Here's the Studio series. So now you should see everything I just organized there. And then these, the larger scale, I gave all of these away, these yellow that are crossed out. And this whole video is, I'm going to put a link right here, Voyager size. It's going over this collection. Oh, one last thing I want to do is kind of go over these. I really miss how Hasbro gave you all these collection catalogs, but these were really nice. So let's see if I can make some room to go over them. So if you remember, all the way back to the old days when they gave you these I don't know what you officially call them, but these collection catalogs. But this is really nice, with a nice image of Revenge of the Fallen. Huh, interesting. So you can see what they have. So these are the deluxe. I'm not going over the Autobots. I did have this version of Ironhide, but I gave it away because I never liked how he was this gray color, that he never appeared in the movie. So this Deluxe Ravage I gave away. This no, that's not Hunt for the Decepticon. These were really nice. I really miss having these. And this leader class, I gave that away. And this is what I'm talking about. I gave this away also, along with the individual Constructicon figures. These were cool. The Human Alliance. It's just too bad they didn't make all of the characters. And these were really cool. These Action Masters. I did have all of the 2007 movie version, but I gave all of those away also. Those are really nice because they looked, I mean, just even looking at Sideswipe, you can see very easy transformation, but they looked really nice. Yeah, those are really nice. And then just some other novelty items, which are cool. And then they gave you these, I don't know what you call these, but these are these promo things. Here's the Human Alliance Bumblebee with that nice head mask that you could put on. Human Alliance Bumblebee with the little figure, Sam figure you can put in there. And on the back, it's a catalog also. So yeah, I wish that they would do this again, but you know, you gotta know that these things actually cost money, especially when they're color printed. So Hasbro, you know, they're a business, they're all about money, so they're just coming really stingy with things. But that's it. I want to just end there, and I think I did go over everything. And so just maybe put a couple of figures back, such as the Ravage, the Stalker Scorponok, the Insecticon, the Sideways. Yeah, there was no Scalpel. But this Dr. Wu could also fit in nicely here. And what this whole movie is about is the revenge of the fallen. So, and no Constructicons or Devastator. But that's what the original set would look like. However, that's going to expire because it's all about the studio series, right? So let's put Grinder back there, Starscream there, Megatron, the Soundwave. Let's use a temporary fill-in who has a hard time standing. The Fallen, this nice Dr. Wu Scalpel, which it's hard to get set up with one hand, so I'll just leave him like that. He does transform. And like I said, I want to use this Ravage instead of the one that came with Grindor. And let's see, Stalker Scorponok, which I think is more appropriate in the scale, and the Insecticon. And I think I actually can show you. So there's the Revenge of the Fallen, Devastator, Constructicon. This is the studio series. And so that would complete this set. So that's it. That was long enough. And I'll just move on to making more of my collections.